charter schools in South Carolina. You can start up a school that doesn't necessarily isn't necessarily run like a traditional public school, and people can attend. What's interesting here is that, one, a whole group of Moms for Liberty activists came together to start up this school. And the second thing is that they have structured it in a way, taking advantage of some loopholes in South Carolina law so that there's essentially no oversight for this new school, which is supposed to begin, this coming academic year. And they're planning on using, as you mentioned in your intro, this curriculum called the 1776 curriculum, which really kind of flows directly out of the Trump administration, who had a 1776 commission to establish more patriotic education. So it's quite an escalation of traditional charter school setup.
Okay, but explain how it even works, right? That they could finagle a system that they're avoiding any regulation or oversight. Because on its surface, they kind of like to present, we're Moms for Liberty. We're going to create this traditional educational environment for kids. But you've got to know some pretty sophisticated structuring to get around regulation and oversight. This isn't just a bunch of concerned moms.
Yeah, so typically in South Carolina, the charter schools are overseen either by a state body that's set up for that, or the local school board. And they'll both approve the applications for charter schools and then also keep track of how they're doing. And if they're not doing well, they can revoke the charter, which they had done in the past. There was a provision put into the charter school law in South Carolina that said, also, if a college or university wants to get involved in sponsoring a school, they can do so too. And a very small Christian, right-wing Christian school, Erskine College, which has its staff and students sign an oath before enrolling, saying that they believe homosexuality is a sin and abortion is a sin. So a very fundamentalist institution has gotten into this business of sponsoring charter schools. And they've done it, it seems, because they've been in severe financial distress, and they're able to collect 2% of the money that the state provides to the charter schools that it sponsors. So only this very small Christian college will have any oversight over the school that's being set up by Moms for Liberty, and the state really has no role.
Okay, well, now you have another school involved. You got Erskine over here. But talk to us about Hillsdale College, because they wrote the curriculum, and that's a very small conservative school with hugely powerful friends in D.C. and an endowment to the tune of $900 million. Who's Hillsdale, and why do they want in?
Yeah, a very influential school in a number of respects. But one thing that they've done is, as I mentioned, there was this 1776 curriculum set up by 1776 commission set up by Donald Trump. There was a guy, Larry Arnn, who was put in charge of it. Obviously, when Biden got elected, he dissolved this commission. But shortly thereafter, Larry Arnn, who works at Hillsdale, essentially took the ideas of this patriotic education and put it into what's called the 1776 curriculum, which embodies a lot of these ideas, downplays the role of slavery in the United States, downplays discrimination against women, does all sorts of things that might be looked well upon by the MAGA crowd. And now they're attempting to set up charter schools, not just in South Carolina, but all around the country, that are teaching this curriculum.